Hello. Looking at pound dollar here, 30-minute chart. The last update I gave, well, I essentially said there's a potential sell from this FVG. This one here, we showed some rejection, but then we pushed through. More importantly, is in the next update, I told you guys that I'm not actually interested in taking that sell, and I instead was looking for a model whereby we take out Monday's high, we sweep that liquidity, and then we look to execute sells. That's exactly what's happened on the chart. In this last little video, I kind of explained that as well. What I'm going to go through now is just the theory behind the entire trade, how you should have taken the trade, what was the indication for you to, or what was the trigger that indicated you to execute the trade. So remove this shit since it's irrelevant now. What we can see, we got Monday's high. Late into the New York session, we started sweeping the highs, and we formed this high early into the Asian session. Your indication that this was going to be a downside move was this sharp sweep of the Asian high early into the London session off the London Open. After this violent move to the downside, I took a small market sell position straight off Monday's high, 1.30 or 1.3 thousand psychological level, and we've had a completely violent move to the downside. As it stands, I'm running about 42 pips profit, which is something about 1.5 risk to reward. At this point, the run of Monday's low is essentially imminent, similar with our GBP JPY analysis. So I'm just going to let this position run. I've taken some partials here just to make sure I'm covering my position, but I'm moving my stop loss to break even. I'm allowing this to run to Monday's low. I didn't post an exact entry, an exact target stop loss for this trade, so I will assume that you guys have not taken it with me. But if you have, well done. Take your partials, let this run into Monday's low, and I'll come back in the later into the New York session with some new ideas, some new theories, and potentially of a full take profit. Appreciate it, guys. Cheers for watching. Hello. So looking at pound dollar 30-minute chart, what I suggested in last night's update and this morning's London update is that if the 1.29900 FVG was filled and weakness was shown from it, then the sell is valid. It has been filled, weakness is being shown, and henceforth a sell is valid. With that said, I'm not going to be executing a sell for the time being. Similarly with what I suggested in the Euro USD update, how I think there could be a run of the stops, I believe the same in pound dollar. So what I would in fact like to see instead is, come over to this chart here, what I would look to see instead is we got these equal highs. This is last Friday's high from last Friday's New York session. This is Monday's high from Monday's New York session. What I would like to see is a run above these highs, take out the liquidity above them, and that's going to provide us for a lot more fire, a lot more volume for the move to the downside. In terms of the downside targets, primary target will be Monday's low at 1.29400 or so. In terms of other targets, we've got today's Asian low, which is here at 1.2957 T, and they're the main two targets that I'll be looking to run for the time being, if I'm honest. So the way this trade would look is something along the lines of this. If we were to extend into the full target, the trade will look something along the lines of this, and what we'd be anticipating is early into New York to spike these highs, come back below, and once we've confirmed below them, start the move to the downside. Okay, target 1, Asian lows from today's Asian session. Target 2, primary target, will be Monday's lows that we formed in the early hours of Monday morning. That's all for me for now on GBPUSD. I know that the trade does look quite attractive. The trade with the FVG, it does look quite attractive, but maybe it's instinct, maybe it's experience. Something tells me that these stops are going to get run, so I'm going to stay out of the market for the time being. I've collected 2.25 hour profit between our two trades over the last 24 hours, so I'm going to wait for the optimal opportunity to come along. So in terms of GBP USD, I am not executing this trade right now, despite the fact it looks kind of valid. And I'm going to be waiting for a stop run above last Friday's highs and Monday's highs. If this stop run takes place, I think the move to the downside will be much greater, okay, all the way down to Monday's low. those are my existing thoughts on GBPUSD. As and when these change, I'll give you guys an update, maybe early into the New York session. Cheers, guys. Alright, guys, pound dollar, absolutely to the T. You don't get more accurate than this. Pure perfection, pure artwork, such fucking easy work. We're securing ourselves 62-ish pips profit. I think it was 2.8 or 2.9 R. Easy work, close the position, get out of it, and we'll look for new opportunities. Well done for taking this position, guys. Hope that you banked your profits. Hope you made some money. Let's get on to the next.